If your weeks have been feeling a little noisy, a little too full, or like you're constantly playing catch up, you are going to love this. Today, I'm doing my cozy analog Sunday reset routine. It's simple, it's not intense, and it's designed to make the week ahead feel calmer before it starts. Hey, hi, hello. My name is Melanie, and I write cozy living books for real life and cozy fantasy for gentle escape. So, Sundays are my favorite day to do a reset. Not a deep clean, not a full life overhaul, just a gentle routine that helps me feel like I am stepping into this new week on purpose. And the best part is, it's mostly analog. So paper lists, a pen, a little bit of tidying, a little bit of planning, it all adds up to make Monday feel so much nicer. If you want to join me, grab a warm drink and let's do this together. Once I have opened the curtains, set a candle going, and wiped down the counter where crumbs seem to have magically sprung up overnight, I'm ready to begin. I like to make Sunday feel a little bit special. So before I get into my reset, I like to make a cozy breakfast. This might be pancakes, waffles, or a breakfast sandwich made with my favorite 2-ingredient dough. I have several breakfast recipes in my book, The Magic of Home, if you are looking for inspiration. And of course, coffee. And then the most important part, my phone goes away. Not forever, not dramatically, just out of my hands. Because the minute I start scrolling, this whole reset turns into a half-done, distracted mess. If you're watching this while resetting too, I want you to know, even 20 minutes of this makes a difference. You don't have to copy everything. Just take what feels supportive. Now I do a brain dump. This is where I stop carrying my entire life in my head. It's one of the most helpful midlife habits because there's so much to hold. Appointments, family, work, household things, appointments, and it gets heavy. So I grab a notebook and I just write everything down, no structure required. And then once it's all out on paper, I circle the top 3 things that genuinely matter this week. Not 20 things, 3. Because peace comes from choosing what matters, not from trying to do everything. If you're someone who feels guilty resting in midlife, like you have to earn it, this helps so much. It reminds you that you are allowed to have a life that feels supportive, not just productive. Now we plan the week. This is my favorite part because it's where the chaos turns into a plan and the plan turns into peace. And we're doing it on paper because paper makes me feel calm in a way that an app never will. First, I look at the week ahead. Any appointments, errands, deadlines, family stuff, I write them in. Then I choose 3 weekly intentions, and I love this because it's so balanced. So for example, one home task might be something like laundry catch-up or clearing paperwork. One self-task could be a walk 3 times this week, reading at night, or booking a haircut. And one life task is the admin stuff that makes you feel like a grown adult. Money, phone calls to make, forms to fill in, whatever it is. And then, this is important, I write my bare minimum plan. What actually has to happen this week? Because once you know that, everything else becomes optional and your nervous system can relax. If you only do one thing from this entire video, do this section. It is the difference between waking up on Monday feeling chased and hurried and waking up feeling like you already know what you are doing. Okay, next is my gentle home reset. And I want to be really clear. This is not a deep clean. This is the kind of clean that makes you breathe a little easier. I focus on what I call the visual calm areas, the places that you look at the most. Kitchen counters, the sink, the living room, the entryway. Those little hot spots that make the house feel messy, even when it isn't. Here's my quick list. Clear kitchen counters, empty the sink and give it a quick wipe, start one laundry load, tidy those hot spots. I usually set a timer for 20 or 30 minutes because if I don't, I will start reorganizing cupboards that I haven't opened since 2020 and suddenly it's evening and I've ruined my mood. This is the mantra: reset, don't renovate. Also, if you're in a season where your energy is lower or your brain feels foggy or you're just tired, do the smallest version of this. A reset is meant to support you, not punish you. Now I add one joy anchor per day. This is just a tiny offline moment that makes the week feel softer. Nothing dramatic, just a little life is mine moment. Joy anchors can be things like reading a chapter of a book, 10 minutes of stretching, a bath or foot soak, lighting a candle while you cook, a walk around the block, doing a puzzle with a cup of tea. We get our groceries delivered every other Sunday, typically, because it's just us two, so we don't need a full shop every week. Once that's all put away, I am thinking about the next meal plan. Because if I start now, I have more than enough time to make adjustments before the next shop. When it comes to meal planning, I recommend keeping in mind two things. Don't plan for your fantasy life where you cook from scratch every night. That leads to food waste and frustration. Instead, make a future me deserves to eat without stress kind of meal plan. Second, base your meals around ingredients that you can turn into different meals. For example, say you buy some mince, a tin of tomatoes, and some peppers. From that, you could make a bolognese, chili, or many other dishes. This helps prevent the I don't want to eat that now moments that can happen with meal planning sometimes. Oh, and keep a list of meals that you like to eat for easy reference. Once I've picked from my list of meals, I go ahead and put those ingredients straight into my online cart in the app so I know it's done. If you are shopping in person, then go ahead and make a paper list. Now I do one tiny thing for Monday, just one, because this is the secret to an easier week. You make life kinder for yourself in small ways. It could be prepping breakfast, setting up the coffee station, filling your water bottle, laying out an outfit, putting your keys and bag by the door, chopping up some vegetables for dinner. It's such a small thing, but it makes Monday feel like it starts with support instead of stress. Okay, Sunday reset complete. Nothing extreme, nothing perfect, just calm, gentle support for the week ahead. And I really want to remind you that this is not about becoming a different person. It is about supporting who you are right now in this moment, not a fantasy version of you that you're hoping will appear on Monday morning. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a comment. What is one analog habit that you want to bring into your week? And if you like, I could also film a analogs evening routine for a future video, like a week of cozy nights with no doom scrolling. Let me know what you think of that idea. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.